We are here.
We are here. Max, would you mind?
Right. Last time, the Sentinels attacked by Milo Cade. Was it Cade?
Cade, yeah.
Cade. Deception. Let's see. What else happened?
Is that voice mod?
Yes.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Charles almost died.
Charles
but then
almost
survived by
died.
his-
The war on the Githyanki. Pressure builds up on the continent. Armies advance on the separate cities. Will our heroes be able to stop it? There you go.
Tune
Perfect.
in next time. No. All right.
I should have written something down. Oh well.
You should have. That's what I was hoping you would do. No, it's
Ah,
okay.
I don't write things.
No. So, in pain, breathing heavy, frustrated at the situation, you stand in the suite that you guys were given by the College of the Blue Light. The glowing cage on Chance's right hip, wielding the soul of one of the attackers. Charles brought back to life. Donko standing on the precipice, itching to go after the fleeing mage. You guys find quiet. You find it's quiet, it's calm. Your heart's still beating fast. The smell of the attacker's blood still omnipresent. What would you guys like to do?
So do we remember or do we know like how far away he could possibly be right now? Is there any chance of us reaching him?
That is up to you guys to find out, to figure out. Wrath, I'm not even sure you know that he's escaped. I think you ran back
I
inside
was.
before.
So I think I did. I remember
Okay.
thinking about throwing javelins at him. So I think I was on the patio when he did escape.
Okay.
Wait, question. Does anyone need a healing potion? Two of you? Okay,
I think me and Donko
Although-
took the brunt of this.
Although I am a druid, I could probably just heal myself. Let's see, how many spells do I have left after all that? Oh yeah, I got plenty of spells. Yeah. No need.
I only have half my spells. Who was using my third level spells?
Probably me.
Okay.
so
did you
don't worry
even
about the
use,
potions then.
They're
or-
mostly utility
yeah,
spells.
I can heal us up.
Okay. All right, next question. We need, what is it, up to 5 questions for this little soul I have in this cage.
Oh yeah.
Well, we don't have to necessarily ask it questions right now, because you can use it for a bunch of other things, can't you?
Charles, you
If I wanted
Uh,
to.
actually no, the body's not there yet. Never mind.
What body's not where?
So do you guys gather together, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Charles, as you round the corner, oh crap, let me get my notes. Would probably be a good thing to have that.
Oh, how do you do the follow command, by the way?
Is that working?
Hover over something and press F. It should be working. So like have your token selected, hover over who you want to follow, and press F.
Sweet.
I don't seem to be able to move the accursed spirit that's.
Oh, well,
I
that's
got
because
from-
it's not under your control right now. Josh would have to
Yeah,
give
but
you ownership of it.
it can be.
Like, let me see if it works. If I, yeah, there we go. I'm following Donko right now.
I'm following you, so
Well done.
So we're gathering back. We're gathering back in the suite instead of the hallway, or
that's awkward.
Yep. Also, your tokens are wrong.
As you guys gather, Charles, you look behind towards the end of that hallway, and you see a familiar
Mangled corpse.
mangled corpse. Yeah. Chorus's body slumped against the wall, slashed up, and that's all
And
of these other.
and a towering shade above it.
Yeah, I guess that's
Actually,
true.
no, it was a different guy that you turned into a shade, huh?
yeah, yeah,
You
the guy
soul
you
caged
recognize
Chorus,
is
and you turned the other guy into a specter.
yeah, because I felt like it.
Why not?
You know,
Who was
whatever. Turn him into a specter.
Yeah, just regular things. Who was Chorus again? I don't recall.
Chorus is an old associate of mine. He and I had a bit of a rivalry back in the day. When both of us presented major expeditions to the council to consider for funding, mine being the one that led me to the amulet that I have right now, I was able to win the council over. Chorus, however, did not have my chutzpah, and so he was rejected.
Is he the one that betrayed us? I don't.
No.
That guy got away, right?
The guy who, like, stabbed me with a billion knives?
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy got away.
Hmm.
That's Milo Cade.
Milo. Okay. All right. I'm back on board.
He's on the council.
Not for long.
Well, Charles is gonna sit down and think.
Going full Winnie the Pooh, you plop on down. Think.
I'm gonna go back into this
Do
hall
we-
and start scooping skeletons into my bag.
Can we
Not
rest
even
short
phased by that.
rest?
I don't know. I mean, like, we're probably, what, 2 minutes after this fight?
If
I'm
that.
like, part of me wants to chase him down and kill him.
I think this time we should tell the council.
All right,
Before he
Donko.
gets to them. If he gets to them
We'll
first.
go with the less impulsive decision, and I'll wave my hand about and cast sending.
Okay. Who are you sending? Who are you sending?
I'm going to cast sending to who's the main coordinator of the council?
There's not really a main coordinator. They all kind of just.
Who am I closest with on the council?
Dean Velna.
Dean Valna. She's the one I went on the expedition with?
The original one, yeah.
Yes, okay. The one before my expedition. All right, I'll send a sending message to Dean Valna.
Okay.
Hello, Dean Valna?
Uh-oh.
What? Uh-oh.
Brian.
We lost Brian.
We lost a Brian.
That was some serious few wounds.
I'd like to report assault and battery and attempted murder. The culprit being Milo Cade and the victim being me.
Hold on, you're limited to words
I know.
here.
I'd like to report assault and battery. the culprit being Malcade, and the victim being me. There we go. That was 21 exactly.
Nice. I think you have 24, so you got 3 more.
Oh. Please meet quickly.
There's barely a second that passes before you hear. Wait. What? Mr. Goodman. Meet in the council's chambers, please, as soon as you can, to discuss what you just said. And that's it.
All right.
Why are you healing
Max,
so much,
you heal,
Falco?
you heal 18 hit points.
That's very nice of you.
Mm-hmm. Do you need more, or are you up?
Probably. I'm gonna be. You said 18.
Yeah.
18 plus 19 is 37. So I'm at 37 out of 80.
You get another 15.
Another 8. Another
15.
15. All right.
Yep.
That's better.
At that point, I'm running low on spells. So.
I would imagine.
Yeah. Oh.
There we go.
Yeah, he is.
Wait, how does Risa have 122 hit points?
She
That's
doesn't.
impossible. Yeah.
Sorry about that, guys. My internet stopped working for some reason, so I'm on my phone plan now.
Oh,
Okay.
dang.
Lovely. Sorry.
Not your fault, I know of. So what did I miss?
So you might
I
think.
cast Sending on one of the main leaders. Told her that Milo just tried to murder me. She's gonna be like, please talk to me about what you just said. Go to the council hall right now. And I'm going to relay that to everyone and be like, let's go, I guess.
Plop the last skull into my bag. Okay. Well. Let's go.
Love how your
Uh,
bag
Take some
drawstring.
potions real quick.
Oh
too.
yeah, absolutely like a raggedy drawstring bag.
Charles, would you mind if I searched Corsa's body for anything?
Please go ahead. I'm a little frazzled right now.
Okay. Chance is gonna go ahead and do that then.
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Once I get back into Foundry.
Do you need more healing as well? I got a few more spells.
You
I
just
got a
rolled
ton of
double
potions, I'm
4s.
good.
Look at you. How many potions of healing do you have, Wrath?
I have 4 little ones and 2 big ones.
Whoa.
Nice. Okay.
Wrath is loaded, apparently.
I think we just,
You
as a
never
group,
know.
decided to have Wrath hold them all because he's supposed to take the most damage.
Yeah, and
we don't
I
plan
can
for
feel
situations like this where
where the spellcaster gets bombarded with 1,000 knives. Yeah.
who would have guessed that smart enemies would go for the caster first? I hate that.
Huh.
Crazy.
Weird, right?
It's almost like casters are extremely dangerous when.
That's why I play a tank caster.
Yeah, who does that?
So I'm gonna just
Right,
start
let's go.
heading over right now.
Okay.
Okay.
So while everyone else
Where's the way
heads
out?
out, let us move to here.
This would be a good map to have map notes on.
Yeah.
Agreed. Yep. That would be nice if some amazing dungeon master would do that for y'all. I wonder where we could find one like that. All right.
So since Foundry isn't really loading for me, so I just used a different dice roller and I rolled a 7. I don't remember what my bonus is.
Let me pull up your character sheet for you here.
You can also roll physical dice if you have it.
Yeah, true. Investigation, you have +6.
Good call, Max.
Okay, so roll of 13.
13. Everyone's rushing out, or meandering out, I should say. And you kneel down. What's up? Sure. Can you give me 2 seconds? Sorry. You kneel down. You start searching the body. He doesn't seem to have any like crazy equipment or anything. Just the blades that blade he was using.
Empty
One
poison
thing.
vials, I'd assume.
No poison vials.
Oh, he didn't have poison? Okay.
He did not. Um, One thing you do notice is you're kind of, shaking him down, moving his clothes around. You pull his tunic away, and you see right over where his heart would be, or his heart is, I should say. There is, there is there he has a tattoo of an eye with no pupil, just a white eye. Very intricate, very detailed. And that's all. That's all you find, really.
Hmm.
So with that, you guys head to the um council chambers. I gotta go help my wife. I'll be right back. I apologize.
Josh, when you
Formulate.
said where his heart would be, I thought of like the Skyrim Briar Heart enemies, where like their heart is like.
Yes. Yeah.
Anyway, go.
Cool. We'll formulate whatever plan you guys want. So I'll be right back.
So, by not chasing Milo, it's likely that we won't see him again, or if we do, he'll be attacking us in some strategic way. Are we okay with that?
This is one of those times where I think it's more important that we get in front of it before he spoken ones us.
I feel like there's like a chance
And
he might try to play it off as if nothing happened, and he'll come with the council in the council chamber.
well, we're a very convincing bunch, and if not, we'll just go somewhere else.
Yeah, I mean, we could always just fight the council, whatever.
Yeah,
Honestly, whatever.
kill the council.
There we go.
Instead of being ambushed.
Yeah,
In fact, we should actually just run in there, guns blazing.
yeah.
No.
Don't even wait to see what they do.
No. Both of you. No.
Come on, guys. But look at my
Fixed
sword.
it.
So big.
I fixed Risa.
Good.
Well, it was artifact leadership in the edit effects.
Mm.
I essentially said I changed the mode of HP max to override because it was set to add. So it was adding on top of it that it was like, oh, that's why she had double health. It's like, no, override. Like, this effect value is her max health. Like, that's it.
Okay.
You know what? I just remembered why it wasn't loading on my phone internet. Because I was using the wrong URL for getting in.
Oh,
Yeah, but my other internet seems to be working again, so.
What questions do we want to ask Mr. Captured Soul?
I don't even remember. I
Well,
think we had like
we
a
could-
list.
We could ask him if he has a secret base.
Yeah.
yeah, we could ask him where would Milo
run
retreat to. I was also thinking of double checking who he was working for that ordered this ambush.
Oh, it was Milo. It was Milo. 1,000,000%.
No.
Yeah, but who's Milo working for?
Okay.
Milo's part of the cult of the elementalists.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
He talked about the world needing to burn and be reset when he attacked me. He gave a whole monologue on it.
Oh.
You sly dog. You got
Villain.
me monologuing.
Villains monologuing? What? Uh,
in my D&D campaign. It's more
So
like
so Milo mentioned that he was part of the Cult of the
And all,
Elementalist.
yeah,
then?
yeah.
Okay. Oh, by the way, you guys were rushing off, but he did have like a tattoo on him. It was an eye with no pupil. Just so you know. If
Did you tell that to us before we were like got out of the building?
Wait,
Would you have told us that?
wait a minute.
probably when I caught up with you guys.
I have a note. It's just on the tip of my brain. We found an eyeball tattoo once before. It might have been a different one though.
Was the eyeball tattoo?
Josh, save me some time. Was there an eyeball tattoo that we've seen all the way back during the? I feel like it was like
When the elementalists attack in Malpry?
No, earlier, like near the beginning of the campaign, back in Misthaven.
Really?
There was a distinct mention of a tattoo that I think some goblins had, some wild magic goblins.
This would be a distinctly different tattoo.
Okay.
So if Chance tells us that before we're out of the building, Charles will run back real quick to the body.
Okay.
And investigate himself.
Yeah, go for it.
You know, Chance is running back with Charles just so Charles isn't alone again.
Yeah, I'd appreciate that.
We can't hurt him getting stabbed.
Can he
37
help
times.
me investigate?
He can, yeah.
Donko, do you have guidance?
Did you ask me to come with you?
Yes.
I
I want everyone to come with me.
Okay.
I don't want to be alone right now.
Have some guidance on the house.
All right, sweet. Investigation check, advantage with guidance.
Oh.
Your rolls.
Never mind.
Oh my gosh.
Would you get
He rolled 2 1s.
it?
With advantage. All right.
Big move, my
I look
dude.
at it. I'm like, that's it.
Well, I will say he points out the tattoo, and you do see the tattoo.
Okay, at least that happens.
Go ahead and make a
Also rolled a 1 on my GM.
make a history check for me.
Sure. I have expertise on that. $23.
For the 23,
Reveal that to everyone. Don't know why I'm doing private.
yeah. You remember the eye, the pupilless eye looks, it's familiar. There's a memory that creeps in to your mind. You were on a trip with your father. One of the few times he actually took you with him on his excursions, on his business trips. This one, you didn't actually leave Elysius City. You just went to the other side of the city. It's a big city built within this massive valley. You remember being told not to speak, not to make eye contact, which was a little weird. But you listened to your father. One of the people your father met with at one point, when they were shaking hands, you were looking down at the hands, and on the back of this gentleman's hand was this exact same tattoo.
Mm.
You don't know what it means per se, but it's familiar.
Okay. Let's get going.
Okay, now we're going to. Okay.
Yeah, now we're going straight to the council chambers.
You descend the tower that you guys were staying in, and out on the streets you hear just the noises of an everyday life, everyday life here on a college campus. You can hear people shouting and laughing. You can hear uh, a couple of groups of of people uh, chanting something, practicing some magic. You see people of all ages, races, just walking and studying. An individual brushes past each of you guys, just book in hand, looking down at it. Oh, sorry, and keeps going. And you head over to where you know the council chambers are. It's this big, opulent um, tower with that's circled by smaller half circle buildings.
This is the one right here.
Yep. And as you walk in to the chambers themselves, you see all of the council members there, minus Milo.
Mm.
And uh, Dean Valna stands up. Please come in and sit down.
I wasn't if there was anything about like waiting, I was just walking up. Like,
I know, but this is like 20, 30, 40 feet
all right, yeah. I'm
to
yeah.
walk them. You guys walk in. There are some seats set out for each of you.
By the way, I want you to know I have detect magic up.
Okay, good to know. You do feel magic on each of them as you get closer.
The chairs?
On no, each of the council members.
Oh well, yeah.
They each have some form of
Protection or something.
some
Whatever.
abjuration. A couple have some evocation somewhere on their persons. But Dean Volna sits or stands up. All right, Charles, what is this about attempted murder?
Well,
One
do
of
you
our
see these nice little holes in my shirt that I'll have to get a new one in? And these sort of healed wounds, thanks to my good friend Donko. Milo visited me in the afternoon, took me out to the balcony, and ambushed us with a group of elementalist cultists.
the room is silent.
Would have gotten me too if not for my safety ring that I had. I had a ring of temporal salvation that I had just in case, oh, maybe if I die during one of these fights that I'm going into. If you'll see, it's not there anymore, if you noticed it before.
So it was a
So
successful murder,
he technically did kill me, but anyway, that's all technicalities. Uh, just wanted to let you know. I honestly don't know if I want to what to.
At at the end of whatever you were saying there, um, half the room erupts with angry, accusatory yells of "How dare you accuse a member of the council?" Yeah, and there's half the room is yelling at you, and the other half is yelling at them, telling them to be quiet. Let's get all the facts before Volna casts a quick spell, raises her hand, casts thaumaturgy, and makes her voice extra loud, saying, "Silence!" Everyone just kind of quiets down. You see Dean Ingerton stand up, who is your
I know. She's
Iris.
over necromancy.
Yeah,
And
Iris.
she's
Iris.
also the former wife, the ex-wife of my friend that we met in Malpry.
Yeah, she stands up. You've never really gotten along with her very well, but she looks at each of you at whatever state you guys are in. Maybe some truth would be a good plan. As she turns to Dean Volna. Volna nods. If you all would be willing to subject yourselves to a spell, we can come to the
Do I know what kind of spell they're talking about?
gathering the context, the Zone of Truth.
Yeah. Sure, yeah. Honestly, this is more of a courtesy to you. I mean, we were about to leave to go, try to make the world not blow up. I just wanted to let you know I almost died because of one of your council members. Anyway, cast the spell.
She looks at you, and there's a bit of a smile as she casts it on each of you.
Can we willingly fail?
I will say in this instance, yes, if you would like to willingly fail, you can.
Yeah.
Otherwise, need whoever does not want to willingly fail, make a, I think it's a wisdom saving throw. No, sorry, charisma saving throw.
Charisma.
Charisma.
Oh,
If
this
you
will be
don't,
fun.
if you
If
don't
you-
willingly, if you don't want to willingly fail, so that you have to tell the truth, you can make the save.
But they're able to
Otherwise,
sense it if
yeah,
Yeah, I would
individuals that
definitely
succeed.
try.
you want to try to
Is she able to point out who succeeds?
um
Wait, is this
Because
just
if
a
so,
charisma?
it could just be me that she wants to target.
she's targeting everybody,
All right.
and she knows whether each creature succeeds or fails.
Okay, so she knows on an individual basis.
Yeah.
Okay. So I voluntarily fail.
Yep,
Likewise.
I failed.
Chance
too.
reluctantly fails.
Okay. So everyone actually fails.
Meh.
She then looks over to Dean Yall and nods, and who's Dean Yall was one of the one on the side of against you. You could kind of gather. He stands up. Is it true that you are accusing Milo Cade, Dean Cade of this college, of attempted murder?
And being a part of the elementalist cult. But yes, absolutely.
They all kind of turn to each other
I'll give it
and
to you like this. I was sitting, having a good morning. We were just getting ready. I had a little bit of breakfast. We were about to head off. I'm going to cast planar shift twice in a row until we get a knock at the door. My good friend Wrath goes to the door and opens it up, and there's Milo. He's sitting there and says, "Hey, I want to have a word with Charles before he leaves." Wrath picks me up, brings me over by the collar, and he seems very sincere when I look at him, and he's like, "If you want to come and talk to me outside, I gladly accept." We go outside, I walk out, I have detect magic up, but due to the abjuration state of the glass floor, it was a glass floor, right?
Mhm.
Of the glass floor and the more hovering things, I didn't really get a good look around. He brings me out to a certain point, says he wants to say sorry that he misjudged me, something. And then I get hit by a glyph of warding and a hold person spell. He then proceeds to cast animate daggers, summoning 10 daggers covered in poison to puncture me in different parts of my body, attempting to kill me. That is when I mentally communicate to my friends that we are being attacked. They walk out. They are being ambushed by a different set of elementalist cultists, yada yada yada. We fought them off. Milo got away. Chance has a soul of Chorus in his little cage. Yeah, that's about it.
I like how that started as almost a rap.
Here's the story of how my life got turned upside down.
And then I stabbed him 37 times in the chest. Milo, that kills people.
Oh wow, that brings. All right.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
After you are done speaking, Charles, there is dead silence as everyone turns to Dean Valna, and she. Yeah, I mean, he's obviously telling the truth. She just kind of starts laughing.
The good news is, you now know why the elementalists were causing problems around here. They had an inside source.
Hey, Chance. Could you
Yes?
ask Chorus if there were any other prominent figures who were members of the Elementalist cult right now?
Prominent. Just any prominent figures in general.
Yeah,
of the
yeah,
cult?
like ones we're looking at right here.
Sure.
Okay.
Chance holds up the cage to look at the soul. Let's see.
You see inside the cage. You would imagine like a spirit or a ethereal something. No, it is a blue flame that looks like Chorus's head.
All right. Chorus.
Yes.
Are hold on a moment.
Yeah,
Sorry, out of character. What was it?
Are there any
if there are
prominent members that are members of this town that are part of the Elementalist cult?
okay. All right, back in character. Chorus. Are there any other prominent figures of the Elementalist cult that are in this city?
A few.
Who are they?
I gotta get those notes out, man. Come on.
Yeah. Always.
Can we tell if anybody's getting nervous in front of us?
Everyone whoever wants to make insight checks.
Dunko, please.
Boy. Plus,
Wait, inside checks for what again?
To look at the council members to see if any of them are sweating.
Oh, okay.
7.
Total?
18. Raph
Wait,
rolled
we're
an
doing
18.
insight checks?
Yeah, insight checks.
5.
Chance
Okay.
is kind of focused on Chorus right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Max, it says that it only rolled a d20 with no pluses.
Oh yeah, that's because I don't have any pluses to my insight.
Oh.
Also, what's up with old sheet?
So I just rolled a d20. Sorry, yeah, that's I made a new sheet for Charles because the old one was kind of like buggy or disorganized. I just switched over to the better one, so.
Wrath, you stare intently with your bugbear eyes, your eagle vision giving you extra insight into the
You could see the literal beads of sweat on their face.
the small muscles, the beads of sweat, the pores, and you stare at each one of them, giving them your best glare. And they each just look curious. As far as you can tell,
good.
they each just look curious. Let's see here.
So, according to the spell, the answers are telepathic, but Chance will say them out loud as he gets them.
He looks at you, his burning blue eyes fixated on yours, and he says, Noldordis, the owner of the Jolly Pike.
Castle saying this out, not Castle. Chance is saying this out loud.
Yeah. Noldorgis, the owner of the Jolly Pike.
And the owner of the Tiny Growth.
The owner of the Dining Growth?
The Tiny Growth.
Tiny Growth, okay.
Wait, why can't I edit this note? Oh,
Right. Were there any other names from Chorus?
That was it. Just the three.
Okay. So Noldorgis and the owner of the Jolly Pike and the owner of the Tiny Growth.
hey, real quick. I made a note in the journal entry tab, but with the new 10.0 update, I don't see a way to edit it. I can only make the title.
I think you have to be given ownership by
Done.
Oh, you have to
Yeah.
create a new page, Ryan.
Add page.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, that's. Oh my gosh, that's gonna simplify so much of the work that I'm doing
Oh.
on campaign.
It just occurred to me. Chance is gonna look back at the council members and say, there also happen to be several dead cultists back in the hallway outside our suite.
Yeah, that's another thing, actually. Might need to get a
Big
clearing
pile.
crew or something.
Can you list the three, or at least can you post them in the Discord so I can save them in this note?
Yeah, I'll just tell him right now. Noel Durdiz, Durdiz.
Okay.
The owner of the Jolly Pike. And the owner of the Tiny Growth. Dean Volna kind of chuckles. I guess we'll take care of that. When we clean your rooms, we'll, I guess, dispose of the corpses. We gotta pay our cleaning staff extra, I think.
If you don't need them, I could take them off your hands.
You
No,
see,
you actually cleaned up a bunch of the corpses already,
no,
didn't you?
I had my 20 skeletons or whatever, however many I had. I think
Oh.
10. Actually. They got kind of collapsed into piles, so I'm gonna have to reanimate them.
Dean Ingerton smiles at you. Come see me later, dear.
Okay.
Well, would you? I know you were planning on leaving soon, but would you all mind throwing Milo's room, Milo's quarters? He's apparently not there. For this council, we tried to get in contact with him, but never did. Would you all mind tossing the room, making sure to get actual no, that's the wrong word, to get physical evidence against him, and we can bring it to the city council to bring him to justice?
We can do that, but I have a thought suddenly that might be me being overly cautious, but terrorist groups rarely show themselves unless they're about to do something where their disguises are no longer necessary. Maybe making the guard a bit more active, a bit more watchful today might be a good idea.
That makes sense, yes. She pulls out a strip of paper, writes on it, folds it together, and it disappears. Okay, that is going to the captain of the guard, telling them to stay vigilant. We've never had a council member do something like this before, so this is all.
Well, I've never attempted to be assassinated before, so that's new to me too.
Well, I guess not directly being assassinated. More
This was an assassination
murder
attempt. People have
attempt.
tried to kill me. This is an assassination attempt.
Yeah, definitely a first.
Welcome to the club.
You'd think we start running out of ways of things to try and kill us, but no. There's always another way.
Anyways, yeah, we can check on Milo's quarters. Let's go, guys. And Charles is just kind of like cloud-nined right now. He's just kind of like, whatever, man.
So Dianvolo leads you to Milo's quarters. It's a kind of a smallish suite here within, excuse me, the council complex. She walks up, knocks on the door first, and then tries a latch, and it's locked. So she casts knock, and it opens right up.
I immediately scan the room with detect magic. Do I get any senses for traps, more sigils?
No, you don't. You do.
That's what I'm mainly looking for now.
Yeah, I get you. You do sense a book on his desk is a little bit magical. Enchantment. But other than that, nothing else in the room pings for you.
Okay. Charles will just walk up directly to the book and just open it up.
Okay.
Look at it, potentially.
I was going to say before you did that if you did detect anything, we could have had my Spectre go in first. But you already opened the book, so.
Charles, make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Cool.
Ba-dum-ba-ba-ba.
15.
Cool. Give me 1 second here. Uh, 15 succeeds. You feel something reach into your mind, not unlike what you felt earlier today, when the hold person was cast on you. And you shrug it off, you back up, book by itself. Thud's closed.
Seems to like that one.
That was weird. Tried to hit me in the head or something. Or book's magic.
Oh,
No,
here, let me
toss it.
try.
No,
open it.
don't. I grab it. Do not open it. Wrath, please. Whatever this is, it'll affect your mind, and I'd really, really not like to try to get attempted to be killed twice today.
But my mind is a fortress.
We all know.
Thank you.
So Charles will just start investigating the room, and he'll invite everybody else to just look around.
Okay.
I believe they said the
everyone-
word toss, so I'm going to specifically begin just digging under stuff, throwing furniture. I'm looking.
All right.
Donko's getting down and dirty.
So this is going to be a group investigation check.
Okay.
The DC you want to beat is initially 14, but we'll see what happens after that.
If you want
Um,
to give guidance to Castle,
And it's a little hard to see because the dice is speckled. But I believe that's
down a little bit. Down a
14
little
exactly. Investigation, right?
Yep.
So for
So
me,
everyone's
What
rolling
about
a
Castle?
investigation.
Yep. Everyone roll investigation.
Chance got a nat 20. Of course.
nice. 16 total for me.
So 16, 14, 26, 8,
Another
another
nat
nat
20.
20. Okay. With the two nat 20s and the overwhelming high rolls,
We're in the zone.
yeah, no, you guys are focused on this, and Charles, you find several stashes of a coin pouch or coin pouches around, along with like fake identification cards, like fake ID cards.
Oh.
Let's see.
Wait, did
Oh,
he
frick.
replace the councilman? Was he wearing the councilman's face? Bah, bah, bah.
No, this was
Frick.
Cade. He talked the same way. This was Cade, I assume. He talked the same way that he always did.
Sorry, I accidentally closed Discord and somehow it didn't kick me out. That's kind of cool. And then let's go Chance. You are looking underneath the bed that's here, underneath the mattress, and there is a section between the mattress and the actual like frame that the mattress is on that you find is hollow. You crack it open, and in it you find um, letters and posters and all things, a bunch of elementalist propaganda. um, Things that are written in code. Other just it looks like he's just stashed all of his elementalist stuff there. Castle,
Yeah.
you are searching in his desk, and you find a secret compartment underneath the desk that you it's mechanical, so it's right up your alley. You fiddle with it for a little bit, and you hear this, and this compartment collapses or falls down into your hands, and on it you see a map.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
This map specifically
Oh,
Oh, wonderful.
writing is etched all over. There are scratch marks. It is a cacophony of words and things.
Is there any chance you could bring me a warm, wet
What the?
washcloth?
this looks like my map.
You notice you notice that there are with the nat 20 there are two different handwritings on it. I'll let you guys read. I'll let you guys read over that and discuss it while I help my wife again real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay. 13th
Oh.
of Sulok. Felt surge of energy
Be right back
radiating from
together.
the northwest. Not sure how far away, but powerful. Why Okoria? What is the connection? How are the Gith going to make the world burn? Bring it to Unaria? Why? Haloric.
Welcome to Unaria.
Haloric
Welcome
Bay
to
holds nothing. Waste of time. Did Goodman find it?
Why is the forest of the...
Healing roots might be useful. Why control Isle of Plenty? Here, if here, there are the tremors connected. 15th of Fix. Scouts report, what is that? Cavern beneath Mount Bolgol leads to a dead end. Nothing found. Strange energies coming from with the mountain, though.
Interesting that there's a circle on that peninsula there.
Why is there never been forest never been harvested? Nothing up here.
Hey Josh, was this map made before or after I did my whole ley line interrogation?
This would have been after. Like in real life, this was after that.
Okay. So it does line up with the drawings that I made previously too. So, although it misses the center place, I forget what it's called, the star-shaped island.
It's written on there.
Malpry.
I'll
Yeah, it's
probably
right there.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Interesting. There's something going on that other continent, Vladith, right? Vladith. We haven't even heard about yet. Healing roots. Why control Isle of Plenty? Interesting.
All right, so we crossed out those lines. And then he redrew lines.
Yeah, those lines make two different triangles between them.
So perhaps he was trying to find the cult was trying to find ley lines or something. There's two handwritings on this.
Yeah, so the 13th of Solok and the
15th of Fix.
The rest of them are in the other handwriting.
Did Goodman find it?
Yeah, I saw that.
Let's see. Chance is gonna ask out loud. Does the 13th of Sulak ring any bells for anyone?
That was 3 days ago. On Boradun.
Reading from the northwest, not sure how far away, but powerful. That was probably the summoning then of the army, right? If that was 3 days, or how long have we been here? We've only been here for like a few days, right?
You've been here for a day.
Okay, so that was probably the summoning of the army. Because the guy said in the shop that you would need just a ridiculous amount of power to summon that many people. So
2 months ago was the 15th of Fix.
Oh, does Chance recognize the name Mount Bolorgal?
Oh, absolutely. Your village was built in its. Or no, not your village. The where was it? Region Gerudal. Lurwick. Lurwick is built in its shadow, basically.
Chance is gonna mention that to the others. Lyric was also mentioned in one of the notes of the Githyanki journals that I took.
Well, could we get the council to help us figure out this riddle?
Did you say that to Volna?
Is she with us?
yeah, she came with us.
She just kind of stayed outside while you guys did this.
Hey Valna, please come take a look at this.
Oh, sure. She walks in and takes a look.
Gloria.
Oh, that's a bit of a mess. Well, these,
Connected to.
other than the top and top left and top right, the rest of these are in Milo's hand.
What do you mean?
Like he wrote. Like
Oh,
this
in
is
hand. Oh, you mean his
his
writing? Okay.
handwriting. His handwriting.
Oh, also, there's a bunch of Earth Element cultist propaganda under his bed. If you want to take a look at that real quick.
Okay. She goes and looks through it. Yeah, no, this is pretty damning evidence, to be honest.
Hmm. Are any of you guys good at cracking codes? Because there was some code stuff or something in those papers.
Oh, there's like coded.
In
paper?
the cultist papers.
Wait. We got 2 warlocks. Neither of you have Eyes of the Runekeeper?
No.
Eyes of
Oh.
the Runekeeper can read different languages, but that doesn't mean I can already detect
Actually,
the code. And
Actually-
Might allow you to read coded language.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Eyes of the Runekeeper is the most vague, blunt sentence of an ability where it says
Yeah.
you can read all writing. That is what it says. All writing, no exceptions.
Whether or not you're able to decipher what it means is entirely up to the DM, of course. But
Chance, make an intelligence check for me.
the other
Yeah, I forgot you had Eyes of the Runekeeper.
Broken.
okay, intelligence check.
5e. Eyes of the
Pretty good.
Runekeeper.
That's
Yeah.
really good.
5 words. You can read all writing. That's it.
Chance, as you you say, "Hey, can any of you help crack the code?" You hear a little whisper in the back of your mind. Look. And you look down, and on the piece of paper that you were holding, it's not the same lettering that you originally saw. It's been changed, it's been morphed. And you realize that that's not just you. The actual lettering on it is changing.
Is moving.
It's moving. It appears that at being touched, and Charles, you ping this as well, it has become magical. An enchantment school. And as it does, each of these runes keep shifting, keep changing, and you can't make heads or tails of it.
The paper becomes magic.
Apparently, yeah. Upon being touched or
All right,
being,
give me the
Yeah.
paper. I'm gonna sit down, and I'm gonna start ritual casting Identify.
okay.
Sure thing. Chance hands it over.
Okay.
And I'll spend about 20 minutes doing that to that and the book.
I'm blanking on a word. I don't know why. A piece of land that's not an island, but it extends out.
Peninsula.
Peninsula. Thank you.
So that peninsula specifically is the Jaredal Peninsula, which is where Chance is from.
Yeah.
Which is why Chance recognizes the mountain's name.
Okay, so Charles sits down, casts Identify ritually. What are the rest of you guys doing? You're just waiting for that to be done, or are
In the
you?
map.
You say you can continue to look at the map.
Yeah, I have a few questions if I can interrogate you.
We'll see if I have
Just
answers.
the things my character will know. So that spot in Iden, do I know anything about that part of the continent, or just Chance?
Chance does. That's That's where he grew up, and that's where
Not
he.
the peninsula, the center of the continent where it's X'd
Oh,
out. There's nothing there.
The one with the Forest of the Never being harvested?
Yeah.
I need each of you to make history checks for me.
Can do.
All of us?
History does.
No, just Donko and Chance.
All right,
Makes
history.
sense.
Using. What's my plus to history? Plus 6, so 11.
11 and 8. Chance, you've never been over that way, and as far as you know, there's not really any settlements that far west. Donko, the name, the Forest of the Never, it does ping a tiny bit. You think maybe one of the Zalek druids said something about it once, but yeah, it's other than that, you don't really get anything else.
And then Halaric Bay is not the place that was being assaulted, right? The place that was being assaulted was below where we are right now.
Assaulted by who? Or whom?
I don't know. I have an X on my map. The black X's meant attacked locations. So there was an assault happening on that bay, but not the Halaric Bay, right? So that's something else.
That's down, and that has to do with the war between the two groups.
So this is the first time we've heard of Halaric Bay, as far as I'm aware.
Correct, yes.
Okay. So roots were coming from the Forest of Never, being used for healing. What does the bay have to do with it? That's a missing piece. And the other triangle, we have.
Well, like the first
all of
triangle
the
is
primary
squiggled out. It's like he crossed it out saying this is wrong.
Yeah, but it might be a clue to something. But the big ones are the circles are all the main mountains that we've come across. So that circle is directly around Mount Mournwald
Quote now?
in Ocoria. It's directly around Mount Mournwald, or it could be the Jana Mountains, but I think location-wise, it's supposed to be Mount Mournwald. The other one is around Baller. Is that 2 U's? It's a little blurry.
Bol Rugal. Bol Rugal. It's hard to say.
Okay, and then the other one is around the Pelham Mountains, where we know something is that we're looking for as well. So my belief is that they're tied to the mountain ranges, where there are specific locations that we've been looking for. Wait a minute.
Can I ask real quick, would Chance recognize the name Isle of Plenty at all? Or is that still
It's
too far away?
relatively close to where he lives.
Yeah, you actually have heard of it. It's another kind of island city, but it's not as prominent as Malpry. Like you had heard of Malpry and in your studies and being tutored after joining the order, but and the Isle of Plenty is kind of up there with like. In size wise, if Malpry is equal to Los Angeles, then Isle of Plenty is equal to like Tucson, Arizona. That kind of correlation there.
Did we ever go in Mount Mournwald? I can't recall. That was quite a while ago.
Did you go near Mount Mornwold?
Yeah, if for any purposes we ever go to it.
Yeah. Several times. The diamond mine was in Mount Mornwold, as well as Audra's Lair, the place that you fought. Uh, the spoken one was
Right, those
way down underneath Mount Mornwold.
Well, then maybe these circles aren't necessarily the mountains, but the locations of the other. That's what I'm looking for. Tombs. So we have around Misthaven. We have around the Pelham Mountains where we know the floating city was last seen. And then there was one that we were missing, if I recall. Let me pull open those notes.
After looking at the map again with Donko, Chance is going to go ahead and give the room another look over to see if we missed anything.
Okay.
We have a teleport location for that mountain, by the way, or near it anyway. We can always go there.
With everything that you guys have done to the room, there's not much else to to like search through. Yeah, not much at all. So
Okay.
you feel really confident that you've gotten everything that Milo tried to hide.
All right.
Documentation on the
How's that
file.
ritual coming?
Ritual's done now. Sorry. The paper doesn't really have a name. However, it seems to be, as weird as this sounds, almost keyed in to an individual who is attuned to it.
Hmm.
And you can sense that this is attuned to another person right now.
Yeah,
So
you
you
learn whether any spells are affecting the item and what they are.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a
The
sending page, like a two-way page kind of thing, or
it doesn't seem to be like a sending page or two-way page. It's more of a only the person who is attuned to it can read it, and it doesn't seem it's quite it's not powerful magic, but it is
Potent.
potent. Yeah. Um,
Is
it's
Chance
like
attuned to it?
no, no. You can. I'll say with identify, it will tell you that it is attuned to one Milocade at the
Okay.
moment.
All right. Huh.
And the book, after a little bit more time,
Mm-hmm.
the book is a trapped book of confusion.
Mm. Fun. And it just
So
casts
the
confusion on the person who looks at it.
anyone who opens it, yep.
That's fun.
And it
you open it towards someone, or will that still attack you?
You open it and all of a sudden the cover becomes like the spell.
it also it's a once a day thing, and it resets at dawn.
Oh, so I can look at it now. Cool. Is it any like it's trapped with that confusion spell, but is there anything of value within the book?
Not really. You look through it, and it seems to be a ridiculous book of doodles.
Fun. All right. Well, that's a fun trap. Gonna keep that. Hey, Donko, here's a trap book. Don't read it when it's trapped.
You're muted.
We didn't hear you.
I'm muted.
Well,
Oh.
well, we heard you now, but you like.
Oh, I said fine.
Fine.
I'm gonna try and read it at some point though. We'll see what happens.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not drawing any connections other than.
These
so
could
we
be
know
the
that
ley
they're-
lines.
Well, I looked at the ley lines and it does match up with the ley line map that we drew. Every single point is on a line, so, or at least close to one. The patterns I'm seeing is they're taking over all port cities everywhere. So I'm going to assume that Jerdal Peninsula is a major port area based on its location.
It does have a port city. Lyric, I'm pretty sure is the major port for that area, or at least one of them.
There's a
One
port
of
that's been taken there. The Holaric Bay is probably a major port. That other little peninsula down on Vladith, where the healing roots are happening, I'm assuming is some kind of major port hub. And then the Isle of Plenty, they've shut down most of the ports on Okoria. So whatever they're doing, I think they're trying to stop travel either between the
I
continents.
don't think this is a
or-
battle map.
No, but it's that little notation is showing that like all the port cities have been getting taken over and shut down. And I'm wondering if they're trying to,
Where does it
target,
say that?
in the far right, Y Control Isle of Plenty is another major trade hub, and then every other location on my other map is like major port towns. They've been shutting
Good
down
assumption.
all across the planet. So I think they're trying to either stop travel to Malpry or they're trying to move an army to Malpry because they can't do it manually.
If we want to make sure, can we just teleport to a couple of these
Yeah,
locations?
we have a teleportation spot in the Jared Peninsula, or Jerdal, excuse me, Peninsula, and we have. I don't think we have anything on Vladith. We don't have any way to get there without a
Plane
boat
shift.
or plane shift. Yeah,
Plane shift, we can do it.
I mean, as long as you know the location, right? And now we
Yeah.
know Isle of Plenty, so we could go there. But I think the note right in the middle is the most important one. Malpry equals epicenter. I think they're trying to
Is
get
that an
there.
equal sign?
Yeah.
It is. I didn't zoom in
Good.
enough. I thought it was a dash.
And then there's a question mark after epicenter.
Yeah, so they're not sure, but
I think that they're
but they
trying to
could
get.
be right. Malpry is an important place. I feel like 1,000,000,000%.
It is. From the book I read, it's the origin of life on the planet, origin of man, at least.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I think they can't get there. Maybe there's some kind of barrier or limitation, and I think they're trying to get there. That's my guess.
Who, the cultists or the Gith?
The Gith. I think the Gith are trying to get to Malpry.
Do you think the Gith are the ones who wrote the other handwriting?
No, this is. But they note that they're following the Gith. I think. Where did I? Maybe I just assumed that.
No, they said,
The
"How are
Gith
the
going-
Gith going to make the world burn?" Well,
Yeah, and then the Y Control Isle of Plenty.
Milo, we told the council about the Gith, so
Mhm.
maybe he wrote this down after we told him about the Gith.
Maybe, yeah.
That's the other thing. We don't know when all of this writing took place. Like,
Mm,
it's kind of hard to like intuit that. We know. I mean, some of them have dates, but all of the gibberish.
yeah.
I assume semi-recently.
I mean, yeah. If the 13th of Sulak was a few days ago, then this was written within a few.
We don't know what
days.
year though.
Huh. Good point. Good point.
Granted, does this map feel old? I guess. Does it feel new?
It feels relatively like the parchment isn't decaying at all, so it seems like a relatively new map.
Okay, so it wouldn't be like, okay. Then I'm going to assume that the dates are the most recent of this year.
Yeah, these are all new notes. So probably, yeah, he heard us talking about the GIF and tried to solve it.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm remembering the when Chance contacted the Order of the Dusk, I think they mentioned like keeping an eye out for the Elementalist, I think. And we have some information to give them now.
Yeah. So really, this just adds more to our action map of things that we need to do. We still have 2 tombs to find. One is here, maybe, in the mountains, maybe. And the other is back on Okoria, we're pretty
Josh,
sure.
do I remember where my father all that time ago met with that cultist? If it was a cultist, I think it was. Yeah.
So two things there. You don't remember the specific place. You know it was on the northwestern side of Alicia.
Okay.
And the second thing is you haven't. I mean, you haven't really dealt with too many of the elementalists, but you don't remember any of the rest of them having that tattoo.
So that tattoo isn't probably associate. Okay.
Now that you're thinking about it, make a history check for me.
Yay. History. We all love history.
24. There was something that you read once.
I've read a lot of things.
You have. And the interesting thing about what you read here was mainly dealing with the supposed underground of the Vreneth Empire or Vreneth Kingdom. And one group in particular is standing out in your mind as you are thinking about that tattoo. They're called the Oracles.
Hmm.
It was more that what you read was more of a if you see this on somebody, avoid at all costs kind of a thing. And it was definitely written from the point of view of these are the individuals that we need to incarcerate or take out in order to have a fully stable empire, fully stable kingdom. Definitely from the lawkeeper side, but that symbol and that's definitely the symbol of the oracles.
Okay.
They're
I
either
will
thieves
communicate
guild.
this to everyone in the room.
Volna, as you say, the oracles. Volna goes, really? You think that Milo was a member of the oracles?
Maybe. I know Chorus was. There was a tattoo on his body, so I don't see why. Well, we'd have to have Milo to figure that out. And if Chorus was essentially Milo's pupil. He was his understudy. I mean,
To be fair, that does make a lot of sense about Chorus. He just kind of showed up a couple of years ago, I guess. Followed Milo around.
we still got like how many questions?
Oh, up to 4 actually. I double checked and it was a total of up to 6 actions with the spell.
Hmm. I'm gonna ask Chance what he knows about Mount Bullergal. Like, is it volcanic or holy or etc.?
So
Yep.
Ooh, you know what? I got an idea. Chance. Not Chance. Castle, and I'm going to put the map in his face. I want you to think really hard about your past.
Thought bubbles.
okay, we'll get to that in 1 second.
I will
Chance,
cast Detect Thoughts on him. Anyway, continue.
Chance, you do know a decent amount about Mount Bulragal. It's supposedly a volcano, although not active. And not holy. It's just it's a dormant volcano as far as you know, and one of the best waypoints, not waypoints, points of interest to help you stay or keep when you're navigating, like traveling throughout the Jodo Peninsula. It can be seen. It can be seen from miles upon miles away. It's a great beacon. That's the right word to help you navigate. But that's really it.
Volcano, big,
Okay.
and then scouts report. I can't quite read that next word. It's just a little too blurry for me.
Cavern. Cavern beneath Mount
Oh, those are
Bullergal.
okay. Cavern.
Castle.
Yep.
I need you to make a history check.
Oh,
Since I'm casting Detect
yay.
Thoughts and going into his head with him to try and look into his past.
Oh, you're both doing it? All right.
Yeah, I
then
wanted to do that. I wanted to like help him
Okay.
somehow.
Wait, if he's casting magic on me, can I use Arcana?
No, because it's still your brain that you're.
Well, yeah.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
I will say, um,
Can I do the history and he do the Arcana?
strike that, reverse it. You do
Oh,
Arcana,
Got
you do history.
All right. Do I get advantage or no?
No, unfortunately, not this
Okay.
time.
I rolled really good.
Yep. I rolled very bad.
Eight's not awful. It's not less than 5.
True. Okay.
Our average is 15.
Castle, you are staring at this map that was just thrust in your face, and it takes you a sec to focus on it and reread what you have read a couple of times by now, I'm assuming. And you recognize the places as far as you know, but not much else. Charles, you dive
Yeah.
into his head. You dive into sparks of electricity,
Mm.
of memory, of you see, you pass a wave of something, and from the brief glance, it looks like numbers. Just a bunch of ones and zeros as
Eh.
it passes by. Um, but you do dive deep.
Mm. I imagine
You
myself in like a mindscape, and Charles is just kind of standing there, going like, "What the heck is all this?"
you
Matrix.
actually see through his eyes
Mm.
right now. You're staring at the map, but your focus keeps flicking back to the circle over Ikoria. And then flicking to Malpry, and then flicking back to Ikoria, and flicking down to the Grey Wilds, where the Reneth Kingdom is, and then flicking back up to the Corcoria. There is a very, very brief flash. You see the same thing you saw before. The image of a massive, wiry Goliath wielding a big tome, a big book in front of him, flying at the helm almost of a floating island. There's another flash. You see a familiar valley, although it's not as wooded as you know it now. It's littered with corpses of all kinds and shapes and sizes. It's muddy. It's raining. And you turn and see an elven woman, beautiful, gold hair, clothes covered in mud and dirt and blood. There's a scrape up her cheek. She holds a withered, what looks like a lily, in her hand. Tears streaming down her face. And then you see the map again. And that electricity starts to pulse faster and faster before it surges around you.
Of course.
You take 6 points of psychic damage.
Electric psychic damage. Lightning
Elec-
psychic. Lightning psychic damage.
Lightning
We're combining types of damage right now.
It's like Pokemon.
Take that damage.
And the brain is electricity, so electricity would be psychic damage in a way.
Well, I'm also
I
specifically
could see some
also
player
like
arguing technically I
Also,
should be
force
resistant to psychic damage because psychic damage is just lightning damage.
Force damage is also psychic damage because of trauma, you know?
Sure.
So Charles is the only one that takes the damage. Castle, you do not. You do feel like almost like a twitch.
probing,
What?
a probing in my mind.
Well, of course
You
you
don't
feel
you
that.
don't feel you don't quite feel the probing actually. You just you looking at the at the map, trying to figure out, what the details are and what you can understand from it. And then there's like almost a twitch in the back of your eye. Sometimes when your eyelid starts to like twitch and freak out.
Yep.
It's almost like that, but Castle doesn't have eyelids, and that's the first time you've ever felt anything like that before.
Ow.
Okay.
While that was going on, I wanted to be talking to the council lady about the Pelham or Elysian Mountains, if either of them are volcanic.
I mean, there are volcanoes, there are mountains. They're all technically are all dormant, way dormant volcanoes in a sense, but there aren't any major volcanoes. No.
Okay, so that's not the connection point. Are the Elysium or Pelham Mountains like really, really tall as well? Or are they pretty much average?
The Elysian Mountains are, yeah. Pelham are average. I don't know. Depends on what you're. If you're going off of like the Janaea Mountains in Ocoria, they're a bit smaller, right around the size of the western steppes of the Janaea Mountains.
That's not the connection point then. Then lastly, I think the connection point would be energy surges. Have we no? I don't think we've heard of any energy surges happening here, right?
Energy surges?
Yeah.
Not particularly.
I know I'm missing something because there's either a connection point. We've got connection points between Ikoria and where we are now, the Pelham or Elysium Mountains. The connection between Ikoria and the Bulgur Mountains, but they're not the same connections. I don't know where to go with this. I'm lost.
Sometimes time is the best puzzle master.
Hmm.
Well, if everyone's cool, I think we should either A, find Milo and interrogate him, or B, do what we were going to do this morning and get back to Feyheim and see how it's going there. Because that circle
Definitely.
includes Feyheim.
Yeah, it's either what could be a wild goose chase after the elementalists, or could be the key, or we go to Ikoria and not find the other tomb, or we find it. So
Well, we also need to know how Feyheim's doing with like everything that's happening, if they're doing anything, and we need to catch
Yeah.
up with Oh my gosh, I'm so bad with names.
there's also a lot of things.
No, it starts Tanya.
Tanea.
Yeah.
Tanea.
Tanea.
Tanya.
Tanya. I got it right the first time.
Yeah.
Tanya. We need to catch up with Tanya and see what the heck she's been doing.
Well, I think Chance is going to use one of his calm crystals to talk to the Order of the Dusk about what happened with the cultists, just to give them more info.
Okay. Let me get that. Now those notes are needed. So many notes, man. Fairdeath Kingdom, Meropolis.
Shoot. This note should be more detailed. What was up with Zayan?
Tanea?
Is that where she is in Zayan?
Oh no, Zaanayan is a city in the eastern section of Ikoria, right?
Yes, in the
quest
foreign.
task section, though, I only have the name of the city and not what we needed to do there.
If you look in your Saving the World for Dummies document, there's some more details there too.
Well, that's where I'm at. In quest tasks, it just says Zayan and then nothing.
If I remember correctly, it was the one of Donko's brothers or something.
Right.
Find the 10 Donko Sentinels.
Orbo, Boyo.
You have it down here on the second page.
There's a second page? Oh. Wait. Zayan isn't there twice? No. Weird. Yeah, it's in there twice. Okay. There we go. Oh, there was something else. There was a reason that we needed to go there as well. There was like a war or a rebellion or an army or something. Something was happening there.
Well, contact's been lost with Zaanayan, right?
I think that might be it. They've disappeared. Okay. I think we do the important tasks first. Chasing down the elementalists could lead to something, but I think that we have bigger tasks at hand.
There's more urgent things. We definitely want to take care of the elementalists, but
Yeah. And if we don't do it now, I mean, it'll probably come back to bite us, as leaving cultist usually does. But my vote is that we go to Ikoria, and then we deal with the several things we have to do there. We got to find another tomb. Got to contact Tanya. We got to look into Xanayan, although that's not a huge priority yet. And
Well, Tanya was in charge of getting in contact
yeah,
with the
Foreign
Foreign
Empire. So
Foreign
she's the
Empire,
delegate there, or she
which
delegated.
includes Xanayan, right?
Yeah. So I
Yeah.
think that'll all tie itself in nicely. I think those are our most important tasks right now.
All right,
Unless we
let's.
want to try to find the floating city while we're here, because it's in this location more or less. Last it was seen was floating around the mountain ranges here, so
Oh,
yeah. But it is a moving city, so
I want to check in on Feyheim. We haven't been there in a while.
you mean 3 days?
Or maybe Misthaven, one of the two.
Yeah.
Just because, like, we kind of like left them with a bunch of information, and then we did our whole dragon teleport to another place, teleport here shit thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
What do you guys think, Misthaven or Feyheim?
Vote we go to Feyheim. That's where Tanya is, right?
She's
Maybe.
supposed to be in
If
contact
if
with the
she is
Foreign
person-
Empire, but I guess would Feyheim be the best way to contact the Foreign Empire? I don't know.
I mean, she might be either personally being the delegate, or she might have delegated that task. So, but someone that will be able to reach her will be in.
If we take a short rest right now, I can regain my spell slots and cast Sending 3 more times. And that'll allow me to
Oh yeah, yeah. You can just reach out to her.
reach out to Tanya right now.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Okay. You guys sit and rest for a while. Eventually, Volna, after reading over the documents and going through everything, says, "All right, I am going to take this to the rest of the council. We will put the city guard on high alert. Well, we've already done that. And we will find Milo and bring him to justice for this." I will say an odd way to say this, but thank you for rooting out this evil within our presence. Who knows what he could have done with.
I mean, it's a good question. I'm just happy we were able to get rid of their foothold in this city. We've already named their big influencers here, so whatever foothold they had here, it's going to be gone pretty soon. And that'll set
Yeah.
them back a while. Maybe enough for us to stop the Githyanki and then figure out what they're doing. That'd be great. All right.
Well, we'll work on it too. I will be in contact with some of the other things you set us on, or research tasks, if you will.
Thank you. I very much appreciate it.
And if you guys need anything else, let me know, and we'll
Of course.
see what we can do here. These times are crazy now,
Mm-hmm.
but okay.
You get
And
used
she-
to it after the third time. All right.
Well, my first, as she walks out.
Okay, after she walks out, Chance pulls out his cum crystal to talk to the Order of the Desk.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that is another thing on the list there.
Charles is going to practice his breathing exercises for an hour.
Okay. You sit down with the comm crystal. You push the the voice to talk, or whatever you want to do with that, and eventually you hear a male voice on the other side. Yes. Who is this, and what do you need?
This is Chance, and I was given this comm crystal by Juga earlier after inquiring about what to do. I was told to keep an eye out for the elementalists in the area in case they did anything. Well, several of them attacked my companions and me in an attempt to murder one of us. And
Unsuccessfully, I hope.
Unsuccessfully.
Unsuccessfully.
It almost sounded like you said
Unsuccessfully.
one successfully.
One successfully, I hope.
I hope someone
it
died.
was
Wouldn't be exciting otherwise.
well, the two people in lead of their attack on us were Milo Cade of the council and a colleague by the name of Chorus. Chorus is dead, but Milo Cade is still alive somewhere in
At
the city.
large.
Well, we assume in the city.
Well,
at large.
wait, isn't he like a gnome or dwarf? So he'd be at small.
Were his fake identities that he had, were they like disguised self identities? Like where there was like were there pictures or
Oh yeah, I forgot about those.
No, it was more just like birth certificate paper, like written paperwork.
Okay, so no
For-
like photographic thing. Those could be handy. Pocket those. How many fake IDs do I have?
Roll before. Why do I do this?
on. 2.
You have
You never know. You never know.
I'm gonna name them 2. Change your name, move to a new country, and fake your death starter packs.
Oh, and there was a total of,
oh yeah, how much money? I'm keeping that.
Yeah. There was a total of 450 platinum.
Ooh.
Nice.
That's a rich boy.
All right.
It was
How
split
much you-
between like 3 or 4 different grab bags, if you will. Anyway, with the rest of the conversation, this individual says, "Well, thank you for reporting. We will Milo, the college individual."
Yes, Milo Cade of the college here
Blue
on the
Light.
council. Blue Eye.
Blue Light. College of the Blue Light.
Although
College
he's
of
been
the Blue-
sufficiently, what's the word, ousted?
Oh. Also, I was able to get some information that there are a few other prominent figures of the Elementalist cult here in the city.
Hold on, let me get a pen.
You name names.
All right, go for it.
All right. First, where is it?
This feels like a real phone call.
Noel Dirt is the owner of the Jolly Pike and the owner of the Tiny Grove.
Yes, those.
All right. The Tiny Grove, really sad.
We got a loop playing elevator music when you're on hold.
That's all this guy's job is
He just says he plays the loop. Please hold.
They have a bard on hire at all times.
Your call is very important to us.
Just like randomly he'll say, please stay on the line.
Yeah, so
it's
so like
That's
it's
canon now.
that's how it is.
like he said, Noldurt is the owner of the Jolly Pike and the owner of the Tiny Growth.
Well, the Tiny Grove, that doesn't seem right. It's a gardening store. All right. Thank you for the information. We will get on this, working with the town guard to bring some of these people in. But thank you.
No problem.
Real quick, everybody, I'm splitting the platinum. I'm on the party. We each get 90 platinum.
Heck yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Nice.
Or 900 gold if you would like to do it that way.
No, I'm doing platinum.
Yeah, I'd rather do that.
Black
Oh,
Gatorade.
no, yeah, 90 platinum. It's less weight.
I mean,
All right, so the call ends. You all sit, take a rest. You guys can use your hit dice if you'd like to.
Already did.
Otherwise, the rest ends. Warlocks get their spell slots back. And what's your next stage? What's your next thing you want to...
I'm immediately just going to cast Sending on Tanya.
Okay.
Hey, Tanya, it's Charles. Status report, please. We did a lot of things. Some really good, some really bad. Or some sort of good. Not as good as we could have. Never mind. I've been cut off already.
Yeah, not as good as... You get a response back. Hi, Charles. It's been a couple of days. Having a hard... days. Having a hard time contacting Foreign Empire. Their infrastructure is all messed up. I'm at Feyheim.
Okay.
Yep.
If she's at Feyheim, then we should probably go to Feyheim.
What other useful information could we get from there, though?
I think the most important thing that we'll get near Feyheim
Well,
is
we need to see if Feyheim's even aware of what's happening.
Yeah. I think we told them already. Everyone's been
We told
informed.
Misthaven. Well, I guess if Tanya's at Feyheim.
Yeah.
Wait a second.
We told her to tell the council there.
I just remembered something. Don't I have a sending stone?
To Captain
Riverstone.
Yeah.
Riverstone.
Yeah. We already used that, I'm pretty sure. We told her about everything that was going on.
Did we?
I'm like 5% sure. Yeah.
I don't remember doing that.
Like, I remember doing that.
Yeah, we had like a moment where for like half an hour we told literally everybody that we knew as much as we could. Especially the people in Aquaria because
Let me ask the DM. DM, did that happen? I mean, I've literally recorded every session. So we have video proof if it didn't.
I am not going to go back and watch every session to figure it out. I'm going to say,
why not?
I'm going to say yes, you guys would have done that.
Okay, all right. Then I'm going to ask, actually, you know what? I'm going to use ask for a status report from Riverstone. How's Feyheim doing? What have you heard? What's on the horizon?
Using the stone?
Yeah.
Okay. You send the message, and you hear an unfamiliar voice. Oh, sorry. The captain is... hold on. You hear footsteps.
She got a secretary.
Here. Bard, play.
Please hold. Your call is very important to us.
Hey, Steve, start playing that song I like. Anyway.
After a minute or two, you hear Captain Riverstone's voice come over the stone. Too many stones here. Holy Wilder, it's you lot.
It is. Aren't you happy to hear from us again?
Honestly, yes. We've been trying to figure out a way to contact y'all.
I still have the stone. This is a two-way stone, isn't it?
Oh, you're right. What do you want?
Just want to know what's happening. If you've been trying to get in contact with us, what's going on?
Nothing. Honestly, nothing much. We have been hunkering down, preparing for whatever attack might be coming. I don't. Our scouts have been sent. No word back yet. It's been a couple of weeks, but to be honest, our scouts are on horseback, and getting to the other side of the Danaan Mountains is almost a month and a half journey on fast horse. So not we can't really do much until we have more information.
Mm.
We've been fortifying our walls, making sure our soldiers are well trained.
Has Tanea been in contact with you?
Snae's here, yes.
Okay.
She's actually meeting in the university at the moment with Commander Holdstrong and several other prominent members of the city to figure out our next move. Trask is here. He wants to talk.
Maybe he can help us with the Krasman Hills, see if he knows anything about that.
Also, the ley lines. I mean, he's
Yeah.
old.
And he did give me the book about the ley lines. So.
You hear shuffling, and you don't grab it, just and Trask, you hear Trask's smooth voice come over the line. Why, hello there.
Oh my goodness, Trask. It's been too long. It's been way too long. I miss your breakfasts. And I miss you, of course, I guess.
Breakfast.
My friend, we desperately need you and the Sentinels back in Feyheim as soon as possible. Things are getting worse and worse. We can't hold a proper festival without the heroes of Feyheim.
Festival.
We need to keep morale up, okay? I know it's the middle of a friggin' war, but just bear with me here.
How much of our time do you need for a festival?
One night.
Tonight?
Tomorrow night, preferably. But if you come today, we can, I don't know, catch up. Julius is here. He's been asking after you all.
Just from the back room. What about Wayland?
Oh yeah, what about Waylon? Donka wants to know how he's doing.
Wayland has been instrumental in adding magical defenses to our great city. And also bugging the living crap out of Tanya. It is hilarious to watch.
Ooh.
Very proud.
Almost like having Donko here, but his voice is high and annoying.
All right. We'll visit today. Well, no, let's see.
Ask him about Krasman Hills. See if he knows anything.
Do you know anything about Donko? And Don will pass the sending stone to Donko.
Oh, hello. I have a few questions for a wizened one such as yourself. First and foremost,
wise, but we'll see.
book learned, perhaps. Anyway, the Krasman Hills. Are you particularly aware of them?
Aware, yes. Familiar? I mean, we passed them on our way to the Moor Cliffs, but not much more than that.
No, like ancient myths, books, or anything of note.
It was, you know what? Why don't you all just travel here? We'll talk about it in person.
All right, we'll be in your library in about a minute.
Well, hold on.
Whoa, are we sure we're done here in this city?
I feel
No,
like
but we got other things to do.
we got a teleportation circle. We can come back here within
Yeah, we
an
could
hour.
always come back, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we're done here until they find Milo or until they find the floating city. So
What's the council member's name? It starts with a V.
Dude.
There's so many names, okay? I'm not good with names.
this is why you
I
do
know.
backstory without names.
This is why I named my
Dean,
character Charles Goodman. It's memorable.
Dean Velna.
Velna.
Oh my gosh. Volna.
Volna.
Elma.
Dean Velma Jinkies. Got it. That's how I'll remember.
Touche.
I went on my first expedition with Velma.
Yes, you did.
My glasses.
Anyway, Dean Volna, do you have a sending stone or something? Some hard line of communication that we can keep between us?
Are you casting sending? 'Cause
They
she's
walked
not
out of the room.
I thought she was here. Oh,
No,
No,
she
she
left.
went back.
where did she say she was going?
Back to the council and then
I'll go back to the council.
Okay, fair enough. You go try and find her, and she's not in the main council room, but off to one of the side passages, just chatting with somebody. She sees you approach. Yes, Charles, what's up?
Do you have any hard means of communication, like, I don't know, a sending stone of some type?
Fortunately not. That would be very nice, but no.
Okay.
You have the sending spell, obviously.
Mhm.
So that would probably be our best means of communication. I would assume.
Okay. That's fine then.
I can also cast sending, so we can communicate to you if needed.
Okay.
Just make sure you don't get assassinated, I suppose.
Yeah, try not to do that, I guess.
Watch for falling knives.
Do my best, yes.
Classic.
Classic. All right. I'm going to take. Hey, Donko, could you give me the book you got from Trask's library?
Which one?
The any book,
Any? Yeah, hand you the ley line book.
and then I'll hand that to Castle. Castle, teleport us there, please.
You there, Michael?
Uh-oh.
Did we lose him?
Michelangelo.
Sorry, I was just getting some water.
Oh, okay.
All the shenanigans is happening. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, you need a teleport?
Yeah, I gave you a book from Trask's library and asked you to teleport us to Trask's library.
Perfect. Everybody get out.
Associated object.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, it doesn't fail. So
And from this library too, which is perfect because that's exactly where we want to go.
We'll be in your library in 1 minute. Hang up.
5 minutes later.
so you Castle, you grab the book and you've cast teleport before, right?
Yeah.
If I remember correctly.
Yeah, I've cast it twice actually.
Okay, cool.
Those charge amazingly.
You guys you focus on Trask's library, a place that you know very well. You all gather together in a circle and you whip your cloak and it extends to engulf everybody, and then you all vanish from that spot.
Then Volna says jinkies. Sorry.
And appear right in the middle of his library. Lights
Is there
are.
sound
What's
when you
that?
teleport? Do you make sound when you teleport, like apparition?
It's just a
I would kind of imagine there'd be a
little
small
popping sound.
thunderclap. Yeah, small popping sound. Yeah,
Displacement of air.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you smell the books, the parchment, and you sit there in the dark because, I mean, there's some windows and whatnot, but
I'll cast Prestidigitation on the lights.
okay. After about 5 minutes of waiting, you hear the front doors burst open and running, and out of breath, you see Trask rush into his library.
I didn't know vampires could get out of breath.
Depends on how much blood you drink. Plus, I have not run that long and that far. Whew.
Anyways, hi.
Okay. Hi. He comes in and gives each of you big hugs
Heck
and
yeah.
stops at Chance. He goes, I do not believe we've met yet.
Oh my
New friend, huh?
goodness. You haven't. This is Chance. He's our new member of the Sentinels. He's awesome.
He
If
comes
you're
in.
like, my full name is Fortune Darkening Thicket, but most everyone goes by Chance.
Or Chance Darkening Thicket. It is an honor to have you in my home. And he'll come over and give you a big hug. And he,
Oh yeah, Trask is a vampire, by the way. Just so you know. He's great, though. We love him.
he gives you. There's a big smile, and you can see two pretty decent sized fangs.
Minor detail, it's
Yeah.
fine.
And I have met ghosts before, so this shouldn't be much new.
What was that?
Oh, then again, I have met a ghost before, so this shouldn't be too much new.
Oh, you
I
met a
do
ghost?
regularly summon the undead, so
Anyway.
Well, you all
Well,
look.
There's one particular ghost that like helped me start on this journey in the first place, but yeah.
Well, that ghost is. Yeah, I was trying to think of a ghost pun, but my brain is so fried right now. Welcome, Chance. Please, everyone, sit, relax. He goes over and sits in his big armchair, leans back, kind of lounges. All right. He looks at each of you. You all look pretty terrible, to be completely honest.
Yeah, do you have a new shirt? This one's full of knife holes from when I was about to be assassinated a few hours ago.
Oh, fun. That
Good
sounds.
job.
Charles, don't forget, successfully assassinated.
Okay, I guess successfully assassinated.
Did you join the undead, my good friend?
No, technically no. I
Okay.
think. Am I?
Nobody did anything to grab those daggers, did they?
Anyway.
Probably just daggers.
Well,
I'm gonna
yes.
immediately, instead of relaxing, walk to his bookshelves and just start skimming everything that he has.
Dunko, the new stuff is on the left back corner.
I go there.
All right. He just smiles at all of you guys, and well, I'm not gonna lie. As weird as this sounds, as much chaos as you've brought to my household, I've missed seeing you guys here.
We've missed
It's been
you.
good.
It's
Been a little lonely.
Let me. Does anyone else want to fill in Trask on what we've done? I feel like I always do that.
The charisma man. I don't know what to tell you.
Alright, so last
I'll
you heard
summarize
about...
it for you.
Okay.
So we went out, and I took my big sword and chopped some heads. Now we're back.
That is the
Pretty-
long and short of it, yeah.
To the point.
Oh, do you have
Like-
meat?
Do you have meat?
You gave me 5 minutes to prepare, Wrath. Go ask the kitchens.
I was really hoping you had meat.
I said, go ask the kitchens. They'll be able to whip you up something pretty easy.
Alright.
Kitchens?
So I will catch him up.
It doesn't work, Wrath. I'm sorry.
So I don't think... Trask hasn't been in contact with us since we went to Misthaven to help it with the barbarian problem.
It's true.
Oh,
That long.
like a week ago.
No, that was more like a month ago because there was like
That
a
was
month of
about a month.
downtime.
Yeah, about a
Okay.
month ago.
Okay.
And so I'm going to fill him in from how that went, the week of woes, as I'm calling it now,
Week of woes.
as if I never even had a different name for it.
There we go.
Go over how that
Oh,
was
by the way-
successful.
By the way, sorry. One thing.
We don't have visibility.
Really? Weird.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all right. I'll fix it. Boop. Badoop.
That's ridiculous.
Boop.
Ooh.
If you go into the items section, you should see a thing that says maps,
Ooh.
and
Ooh.
you should be able to see all of the maps that you have physically, including
Perfect.
That is perfect, actually.
including Milo's map, which should be showing up here any second now.
Yeah, I see it.
Look at all these new maps to draw on.
All right.
So
Cool.
just so you guys have those for reference and whatnot. Anyway,
All right, Trask, this is going to sound like I'm pulling stuff from a place that's unspeakable, but I tell you, everything that's happened to us is 100% true. They'll all back me up, I hope.
I'll back you up
Well,
with the
rely
parts
on
where I was
nothing
present.
All right, step one, we're kidnapped by the Githyanki through our very own bags of holding. And then I will start from that to escaping to Malpry to teleporting to where Donko was, to teleporting to where I'm from. No, to teleporting to Winter's Hearth. The what happened at Winter's Hearth, everything that happened at Winter's Hearth. And then and then teleporting to where I am with the survivors, how that went, how I almost got there.
As the tale keeps progressing, he visibly gets more confused and it's not like he's disbelieving, he's just
Processing.
yeah.
I'll give you a bit to chew on all of that.
I haven't chewed on anything in a while. Anyway,
As Wrath is audibly chewing from another room.
the kitchens, the cooks there have been able to get you a decent spread. It takes a few minutes to get something smoked. Get a nice like 2-3 pound roast smoked for you. But it's delicious, and there's a flavor in it that your brain associates with being here at Chateau du Boldier.
Wrath is happy.
Well, you all have been through hell and back. Jeez. Okay. All right. I don't know what to say. To be honest, for the first time in a long time, I don't know what to say.
Bonkers.
Good word. Very good word.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
right now we're just looking for information, some kind of direction. We're just trying to figure out where we need to be, what we need to be doing.
Personally, I'm of the opinion the Krasman Hills is our next most important location. But we don't know anything about it or where to start.
All right. Here's my take.
Mhm.
I think we need to start helping with building a counter army. And I feel like the biggest contribution we could make would be getting the whole of the Bloodletter clan to join the cause.
You want to? Okay, that's
We have the means.
So Wrath
what
over
I
there. Funny thing about him, Mr. Amnesiac. He is a son of one of the, I assume, major chiefs of the Bloodletters. Presumably dead.
No, he's
Assassinated
still
by
alive.
what?
Isn't he still alive? Or did he get killed
Yeah.
by?
As far as I know,
No,
he's still
no.
alive.
As in,
As far as
Wrath
I
was
know, he's still
presumed
alive.
dead by the clan.
Oh, Wrath is presumed dead. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Wrath is presumed dead by the clan. That was a part of the whole thing with the Bloodletters at Misthaven and Dromar being all like, I'm gonna get you. And so we have cause to believe that if we were to reintroduce Wrath to his family, that perhaps we could hold some sway and have a word in edgewise and give them information as to what they need to do to protect their continent.
I mean, if we wanted to be truly efficient, we could split the party up. And
No.
one of you.
I mean, splitting up would be both smart and stupid at the same time.
Oh, definitely. But we
It
get it
was,
done either faster or not at all.
it was what, 300 years ago, something like that. We had just been shunted through the portal down in O'Noon, and there was, if I remember correctly, there was a group of warriors that they split up. One of them had some sort of control over snow or something like that, and the others went to where I was, and the horde got to where we were. Anyway, it was this. If they were all there, we probably would have all survived, or they would have all survived. But anyway, off topic. Don't split up. Don't split up.
Though a
Anyway.
united army would be very helpful. We have quite a few number of allies that are still around and kicking around here. If we can get the Bloodletters as a front vanguard.
Yeah, the Feyheim's big, but like it's not to be insulting to Feyheim, but it's not as big as like Core River or.
No, but we have the people of Misthaven, Feyheim, and the Druids. There's a lot of magic. We got good magicians. You don't need a lot of soldiers. We have them as the rear guard, and then we have the Bloodletters as the forward guard. It definitely won't happen like the final fight in Game of Thrones where all the barbarians died immediately. That's ridiculous.
Chance looks at Donko in confusion, like, what are you talking about?
What is this throne of games?
But yeah, I think it's a good idea.
We've been meaning to visit Wrath's family, and I feel like we don't know like how big the Bloodletters are. That's another thing.
Well,
Considering the size of land that they occupy exclusively.
Yeah.
as far
What
as
we
I
need
know,
is something that will convince them beyond doubt that helping us helps.
as far as I know, their fortress is kind of smack dab in the middle of the bloody plains. It's not a pleasant place. Saying that.
Counting.
Oh,
So we've got the bloodletters, who he calls out Wrath. Would you hold any sway there?
I don't know. Last time Well, last time I was with the Bloodletters, I killed somebody very important to them. And the time before that, they tried to kill me. I mean,
Around good family times, from the sounds of it.
Well, there's more
Yeah.
nuance to that.
Would the Bloodletters see the nuance in that?
I mean, maybe. I mean, with us, you give a boop and you get a boop, and the boops go around, and sometimes the boops are good, bad.
By boops, you mean
No,
heads.
not
Right?
lethal.
Heads
Yes.
rolling.
Blood is let,
Rolling,
I would assume.
flying. Yes, the blood is let.
Mm.
The blood.
But it's all good vibes.
It's all good vibes. All just like, I kill you, you kill me.
Yeah.
We're a happy
I
family.
assume there's no misunderstandings among the Bloodletters. There just is.
No, but I think I had a good relationship with my father if we're able to find him.
Well, if you. Well, I'll say I trust you all. So if you trust yourselves in that endeavor and think that going there is not just a suicide mission, go for it. We will continue to hunker down here. I know a
Any news
siege
from
is.
Co River?
Coal River will stand with us.
Oh, that's good. That's a
Dang it.
whole other city. That's bigger than Feyheim. That's great.
Their militia is decently sized, and the only downside is Coal River itself is terrible, a terrible fortification. It's the placement and everything. It's awful. Feyheim would be the better spot to weather a siege.
Mm.
We're still in communications trying to figure what that relationship would look like.
Okay. Well, at least we have more than one city of support. That's really good, honestly.
Let's go conquer some more.
Winter's Hearth, however, is it falling is an issue.
Yeah.
It being one of the biggest, no, the biggest trade center.
Yeah, we should probably go take that.
Well, it's like overloaded with Yugoloths right now, isn't it?
Last you guys saw, yeah.
Dunko, can you scry on a city?
Exactly. I don't think I have Scry right now.
Don't you have an orb of scrying?
Yeah, I have an orb that allows me to scry.
Oh.
It's like a component. I don't have it prepared, and you can only really scry on like specific details. You can see and hear a particular creature you choose that is on the same plane as you. So,
Well, it actually says it makes a sensor that you can see through.
maybe. Hold on. No, it has to be on a creature. It says. So if I had a creature in that city, I could see around them, but that's about it.
If there's any way of knowing if Chorus had been in Winter's Hearth before, then I would be able to check on some part of Winter's Hearth through the Soul Cage spell. Speaking of which, do we have more questions for Chorus?
Wait, where did the citizens of Winter's Heart go again? Because I know we teleported some of them out.
Those that survived, we took to what's its the
Mirage of Blue Light.
Yeah, but I feel like some of them fled to the sea before that. Like, as the walls were falling, there were some people getting out of the city, though.
They might have, but from what we know, most of them died.
Oh, okay.
Some must have retreated when we got rid of the dragon, I feel.
You guys don't
We'd
know?
have to go search for them, though. Yeah. Do we know where the Yugoloths came from?
The Githyanki.
Yeah, but like, do we know their origin? Like, where did they spawn and come
we
siege
know
that
that it
city?
required a massive amount of energy to do so, and we know there was a massive energy surge here between Mount Mornwall, Winter's Hearth, and Krasman Hill, somewhere in that area, that empty space. So they were summoned somehow around there, I guess.
No, that's not possible because they were attacking.
Yeah, why wouldn't they have gone after
They were attacking
Misthaven?
from the east, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe they got summoned over there.
Weren't they attacking from the east, Josh?
They were, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so that means they were summoned on the plains over there, which means we have to assume the other side of the continent is not controlled.
We do know a lot of the cities over there have been lost already.
Yeah.
Has Zayanyan, was that one of the ones that we've lost contact with?
Zayanine was not. There was, as far as you know, well, Tanya hasn't been able to get in contact with many people over there at all.
But my friend has stopped contact with, was it Akar Nyan? Arkar Nyan that he said he lost contact?
Yep.
Okay. Zayanyan could be under siege right now. And we could maybe correct a mistake we did and actually fight off the siege.
Perhaps, yeah.
Well, actually, wait, it's under siege by the city-states of Cliffhold. If it is under siege. No?
Ong Ai, away up north, is the one that's being is under siege by the city-states.
Oh, Cliffhold's going up here?
Yeah.
That's another port city.
Yeah, I have that one marked on one of the other maps. So it hasn't been lost yet, right? It's under siege currently.
As far as you know, no. As far as this, well, at least I'll say, as far as Solthrune knows, it's still available, still standing.
By the way, I told Trask about Solthrune.
Okay.
Like, I again, I am like 1 billion% transparent with Trask, and so.
Wait. Okay,
Oh,
sorry.
we need a coalition to do what then?
Is it Ong Ai that's being assaulted or Talang Ai?
Ong Ai.
Okay. What's happening with Ong Ai? Is it already taken or is it fine?
The Ong Ai is under siege by the by Cliffhold.
By the city-states of Cliffhold.
Wait.
Okay, so they're going around to try and take these guys. These guys are trying to assault the north here. And then right around this area, the Githyanki are invading.
Another port city down here that was taken. Was it Kofiak?
South Nua and Kofio.
Kofio was taken, and
South Nua is up north a little bit.
All right.
Do we know what's going on with this place? Kind of hard to see the Serene City. Has that already been dealt with? Are those the people who are doing the assaulting?
They're a part of the city-states of Cliffhold, I think.
Yeah, as far as you guys know, all of that up there is part of that the Cliffhold army.
Okay.
Oh yeah, do we know why? Does Trask, do we know why Cliffhold is attacking? Yet?
wasn't aware they were.
Okay.
That news has not reached us.
Didn't we learn that news in Misthaven? Yeah,
we did tell
Tanya told us. That's when.
Tanya, or reverse.
Oh, is he? Never mind that. Retconning. Sorry.
Yeah, okay,
No,
that's
she's
what I
aware.
thought.
Yeah.
My bad. He doesn't know why they're attacking.
Okay, he knows as much as Tanya did, basically.
Yeah.
If Tanya told them, which, all right.
Yeah, I
She
forgot
would
about
have
that, sorry.
because
And I'm sorry, I still misheard earlier. So is Ong Ai fine, or are they still being attacked?
They are still being attacked by Cliffhold.
Tolling Ai
The
has
Cliffhold,
already
yeah.
lost.
So yeah, so
Ong Ai-
Clifford is going around to the north and attacking all of these Forian Empire cities.
So
Basically, I'm marking the places that have already been taken,
Right.
as opposed to what's actively being taken.
you haven't heard anything about Tongai yet.
Okay, so we don't know if they're being assaulted or not.
Correct.
Okay. All right, perfect. I think that's up-to-date map. So I made 3 markers. Black markers are places that have been taken. Red markers are potential army allies. And the whatever color that other one is, green or yellow, is
It's green.
green, where we know
You had
the,
to pick red and green, didn't you?
I did, yeah. I picked ones that'd be easy for me to find again to make new markers. But those are where the crypts that we know of are. I think those are the only 3, right? On Aquaria.
There wasn't a crypt in Winter's Reach.
Yeah, that's where
Yeah, there was.
It may
Yep.
not have been a crypt for one of them, but it was definitely like an ancient crypt kind of thing.
Well, yeah, it was a crypt. I thought you were marking crypts that were ancient
Wasn't that the
hero.
one that was that castle built? Or no, that one was the old Gith crypt.
Yes.
Where was Castle's crypt thing?
It was in
Okay,
Malpry.
so there was one in Misthaven, and that was Dorman. There was one
Dromar.
on the Compass Island, and that was where I got the cloak.
Malpry.
Yep. And then there's another one.
I guess there were 2 in Malpry then, because there was also the Lizard Lady's crypt there, right?
Yeah, and there was my own crypt. That's right.
That was the crypt the castle made.
Oh, okay.
Oh, with
So we
my
still
golems.
found-
Yeah, my golems were in there. That's right. And I was
Really
like,
nice
why
if
did
we could
I
make
make
a
this,
billion
like,
of
yeah,
those.
and I was beating myself up because it's like, why did I make something that even I couldn't face?
Then I'll mark instead a new one for like artifact areas.
Wait, so we know then that Krasman Hills has a crypt, like one of the crypts I made?
That was the last place that the elf was seen, was Krasman Hills. That's what we know.
The elf?
Yeah, the what's her name?
The one that I saw in the vision today,
Muriel,
actually.
Wait, no. So in this description, Muriel the Gravekeeper was seen holding a perfect white flower in the Krasman Hills. And then in the battle afterwards that we just saw today, she was holding a dead flower. So she might not have last been in the Krasman Hills.
By the way, I didn't mention it, I forgot to mention it. That valley that you saw,
Mm-hmm.
the one I said was familiar looking to you.
It's right here. That's right.
It's the valley that Feyheim is built in.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she's either in the Krasman Hills or somewhere else here.
We haven't found a crypt in Feyheim yet, have we?
No, we haven't.
No, we did not.
There's gotta be one here. This is like literally this is the 5 heroes place.
Yeah.
That's true.
Most likely it would be my own.
Should we look here since we're here?
Yeah.
Yep. Let's do it.
All right, and we can freeze frame anime there for tonight if we want to.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's a good place to stop.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
5 heroes, right?
Yep, 5 heroes.
Do we know anything about where they originated from?
Yeah. Well,
No, like them originating. Like, for instance, we know that the lizard lady was from Malpride. That's why I made her grave there.
well, Dromar wasn't from Misthaven, was he?
I think one of his greatest battles was there, and that's why he was immortalized there.
Yeah, I don't have anything in my notes, the 5 heroes, about where they came from. So
It was so long ago, no one really knows. They're deified at this point.
yeah.
Yeah, don't we have that book? Did we grab that book? The one with my picture in it and the others' pictures in it?
Yeah,
Yeah, but that
totally
didn't
have
say where
that.
they were from, did it?
It's a magical book that has history.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, why have we not studied this book?
We have, and we basically gained all the knowledge I think we have that we can.
But the 2 that were definitely missing, Muriel the Gravekeeper, so she's probably somewhere here in Okoria, and Tau the Mystic is floating around somewhere in space. Who knows?
In space.
Sentinels in space.
All right, but we'll wrap. We can stop there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well done, guys.
So next time we are going to search everywhere in Feyheim to find the grave that is in Feyheim. That has to be here because literally this is like the place.
Yeah.
And we will see what happens. Hopefully next week, nobody gets
Yeah.
sick. Nobody gets sick. Nobody have to work.
Take paid time off on Wednesdays.
Yes,
Every Wednesday.
every Wednesday night, just a couple hours. Not a big deal. Awesome. Well, it is so great to be back together with you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fun.
I've missed this.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a quick question.
Yeah, what's up?
When you were playing me in the last encounter, who was playing me? Just curious.
It might have been me.
Yeah, I think it was.
Okay.
It's either me or Max.
Okay. The reason why I asked, did you ever take sharp shots?
Sharpshooter? Probably not.
Yeah, I have the sharpshooter feat.
I don't. It was so long ago. Barely recall.
Yeah.
The combat itself didn't
Okay.
last particularly long. It was more of a
It was
rush.
actually pretty short, yeah. It like
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Okay.
escape Charles.
I'm
could
just
be
curious
turned
because I'm
down one
like,
turn.
I get a +10 to my pistol, but I could just take a +5 and add 10 damage.
sharpshooter's a great
Yeah.
feat. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
I am
Great weapon.